When you think of Nazi Germany's technological legacy, what comes to mind? The V-2 rocket, the first jet fighter, the monstrous Tiger tank. These were all machines of war, designed for destruction. It seems almost impossible, then, that one of the most important life-saving devices in modern history also has its roots in that same era. This is the incredible, untold story of how the automotive airbag, a symbol of safety and protection, was born from the high-stakes engineering culture of the Third Reich. It's a journey, from the cockpit of a Nazi warplane to the dashboard of your family car. At the heart of this story is an engineer named Walter Linderer. During and after the war, he worked for Daimler-Benz, the company we know today as Mercedes. Back then, Daimler-Benz was a critical part of Germany's war machine, building engines for tanks and aircraft. They were also on the cutting edge of new, terrifyingly fast aircraft, like the rocket-powered Me. These planes were so fast and dangerous that pilots were often killed in crash landings, not from the impact itself, but from being thrown against the instrument panel. This was a serious problem. The Luftwaffe was losing highly trained pilots, its most valuable human assets. Someone needed to find a way to cushion the pilot during a crash. And Walter Linderer, an expert in automotive and likely aviation engineering, seems to have been the man for the job. His solution was brilliant in its simplicity, a system that, upon sensing a sudden impact, would use compressed air to instantly inflate a bag, creating a protective cushion. The idea was there, but the war ended before it could be fully realized in a German fighter plane. Fast forward to 1951. Germany is in ruins, its industries slowly rebuilding. On October 6th of that year, Walter Linderer files a patent. The title, Device to Protect People and Vehicles from Injury in the Event of a Collision. The patent drawings show a system we'd instantly recognize today. A folded bag in the steering wheel, a sensor to detect a crash, and a canister of compressed air to inflate it. It was the world's first patent for an automotive airbag, but the timing is strange. In 1951, the idea was decades ahead of its time. Cars were simple, and the technology to make this system work effectively didn't exist yet. So why file the patent then? The most compelling explanation is that this was a brand new idea from 1951. It was the declassified, civilian version of his secret wartime research. Years between the end of the war and the patent filing were likely spent navigating the post-war chaos and repackaging a military technology for a peaceful, commercial purpose. While we don't have a document explicitly ordering an airbag for a Messerschmitt, all the pieces fit. Daimler-Benz engineers knew about the pilot injury problem. All the necessary components, compressed gas, strong fabrics, and impact sensors were within their wartime technical capabilities. Linderer was very likely working on a protective device for aircraft pilots, a secret project intended to save the lives of the regime's elite aviators. The chaos of Germany's defeat meant any prototypes or plans were lost, bombed, or hidden away. The 1951 patent was his attempt to salvage that research, to find a new life for an idea born in the crucible of war. But Linderer's 1951 design had a major flaw. Compressed air just wasn't fast enough. The bag needed to inflate in milliseconds, a fraction of the blink of an eye, to be effective. The materials of the day weren't strong or compact enough, and the sensors were too crude. So, for nearly 20 years, the idea of the airbag just sat there, waiting for technology to catch up. That moment finally came in the 1970s. 3 key innovations changed everything. First, solid rocket propellants, like the kind used in rocket engines, could be used to create a gas generator that inflated the bag with incredible speed. Second, new durable fabrics like nylon were strong enough to handle the explosive inflation and could be folded into a tiny space. And third, reliable electronic sensors were developed that could accurately detect a crash in an instant. American car companies like Ford and General Motors began serious development. An American inventor named John Hetrick had even filed a similar patent in 1953, but it was Mercedes-Benz, the same company where the idea first sparked, that brought it to the finish line. An engineering team led by Helmut Patzelt refined the concept, perfecting the sensor, the gas generator, and the bag itself. Then, in 1980, the circle was complete. Mercedes-Benz offered the airbag as an option on its flagship S-Class sedan. A year later, it became standard equipment. The technology conceived to protect Nazi pilots, refined by American ingenuity, was finally delivered to the world by the very company where it all began. The story of the airbag is a powerful reminder that technology itself isn't good or evil. Its morality comes from how we choose to use it. A device that now saves thousands of lives every single year was born from a system dedicated to taking them. Walter Linderer wasn't trying to save future families in minivans. He was an engineer solving a problem for his employer, the Nazi state. But a good idea can transcend its dark origins. This innovation migrated from a secret military project to a public patent, from an impractical concept to a global standard of safety. It's a complex, messy, and ultimately hopeful story about how a flicker of ingenuity, born in a time of incredible violence, finally found its true purpose: to preserve life. Thanks so much for watching. If you found this story as fascinating as I did, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more hidden histories from the world of technology and engineering. See you in the next video.